Good morning. I'd like to call this meeting of the Children and Youth Committee to order. Please remember that this is being broadcast and recorded, so have your phone silent. Also, members, remember to speak with your microphone and have your green light on. Today, we'll be voting on one bill and three resolutions. House Bill 156, of which I am the prime sponsor. House Resolution 62, sponsored by Representative Hill Evans. House Resolution 113, sponsored by Representative Davis, and House Resolution 117, sponsored by Representative Mays. Please note that we will be going over House Bill 524, sponsored by Representative Harrell. We will also go over House Resolution 41, sponsored by Representative Serrato. The theme for today's meeting is child care. Our committee will act on meaningful legislation to address the safety and celebration of our children. To get started, I'd like to ask Brooke, please take the roll.
Chair McNeil,
Here.
Representatives Bellman, Boyd,
Designation.
Boyd,
Here.
Serrato,
Designation.
Curry,
Oh, here.
Fleming,
Designation.
Genst,
Here.
Hambidge,
Here.
Howard,
Here.
Kazim,
On virtually. Here.
Krajewski,
Designation.
McAndrew,
Designation.
Nelson,
Designation.
Parker,
Designation.
Chair Clunk,
Here.
Representatives Barger, Day,
Designation.
Flick,
Designation.
Hogan, Kozak,
Designation.
McKenzie, Mihalik,
Designation.
Pugh, Schlegel, Walsh, Zimmerman. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Our first bill for consideration is House Bill 156, of which I am the prime sponsor. Is there a motion to consider House Bill 156? Rep. Hambidge. Thank you. Is there a second? Rep. Curry. Thank you. Danielle, please provide a summary of the bill.
Good morning, everyone. House Bill 156, sponsored by Representative McNeil, amends the Human Services Code by adding language requiring the installation of carbon monoxide alarms in child care centers and family child care homes. The following third-party interest groups support this legislation: the Pennsylvania Partnerships for Children, the Pennsylvania Association for the Education of Young Children, Trying Together, and First Up. The following third-party interest group is neutral on this legislation: the Pennsylvania Council of Children, Youth, and Family Services. There is no known opposition.
Thank you, Danielle. I want to emphasize that this bill is very near and dear to my heart. I introduced this in 2021, and it never got a nod or assigned to committee. However, after that, I was watching TV, and on the local news channel, I saw 32 children and one adult being taken, I'm sorry, I get emotional over this, being taken to ambulances on stretchers because there was a carbon monoxide leak in a daycare. 3 of those children ended up in hyperbaric chambers. I was heartbroken knowing that we could have prevented this with the bill if it had been passed when I first introduced it. So I ask you for a yes vote for this. Thank you. Any comments? Sorry, I'm regrouping. Any comments? Chair Clunk. Okay. Oh, it came Clunk. I'll be offering amendment A00112. Danielle, please explain the amendment.
Amendment A00112, sponsored by Representative McNeil, adds clarifying language related to the location and approved installation of the carbon monoxide alarm and definitions for the following terms: approved carbon monoxide alarm and child care center. I would like to note with this amendment, the Department of Human Services is supportive of the bill.
Thank you, Danielle. Is there a motion to adopt the amendment? Chair Clunk, thank you. Is there a second? Hambidge, Rep. Hambidge. Thank you. Is there any discussion on the amendment? Chair Klunk?
Thank you, Chairwoman McNeil, and I appreciate you bringing this bill forward, and especially this amendment. And I appreciate you taking into consideration some of my concerns that I had with some of the language regarding placement of these alarms. The amendment defines where these are supposed to be located within 15 feet of the carbon monoxide source. And I believe that's really important that we give our providers that detailed information so that they can be informed. There are no questions. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Are there any negative votes on the amendment? Hearing none, Amendment A00112 is amended into the bill. Is there any discussion on the bill? Chair Klunk, would you like to give comments on the bill?
Thank you very much, Chairwoman McNeil. Generally, I am not one to add additional regulations to our providers, but when you hear Chairwoman McNeil's story and you understand that most of these providers actually are in compliance with this, they have these carbon monoxide alarm systems, and most of them are actually combination with a regular smoke alarm like we all have in our own homes. So I do believe that the amendment made this bill stronger. Thank you so very much for putting that forward so we have more clarity when it comes to the regulations that the department will be promulgating on this particular issue, and I will be supportive of the bill. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Klunk. Is there a motion to adopt the bill as amended? Rep. Curry, thank you. Is there a second? Rep. Boyd, thank you. With no further discussion, I'd like to ask Brooke to make the roll call.
Chair McNeil,
Yes.
Representatives Bellman,
Designation, yes.
Boyd, Serrato,
Designation, yes.
Curry, Fleming,
Designation, yes.
Genst, Hambidge, Howard, Kazim,
Designation, yes. Online.
Krajewski,
Designation, yes.
McAndrew,
Designation, yes.
Nelson,
Designation, yes.
Parker,
Designation, yes.
Chair Klunk, Representatives Barger, Day, Flick,
Designation, yes.
Hogan, Kozak,
Designation, yes.
McKenzie, Mihalik,
Designation, yes.
Pugh, Schlegel, Walsh, Zimmerman.
I'd like to acknowledge that Representative Gary Day is here. The bill as amended passes with a vote of 26-0. Thank you very much. As I mentioned earlier, we will go over House Bill 524, sponsored by Rep. Giral. Also, we will also go over House Resolution 41, sponsored by Rep. Serrato. First resolution for consideration is House Resolution 62, sponsored by Representative Hill Evans. There's a motion to consider House Resolution 62. Rep. Hambidge. Is there a second? Chair Klunk, thank you. Danielle, please provide a summary of the resolution.
House Resolution 62, sponsored by Representative Hill Evans, is a resolution recognizing the week of April 5th through April 11th, 2025 as the Week of the Young Child in Pennsylvania. The following third-party interest group supports this legislation: the Pennsylvania Association for the Education of Young Children. There is no known opposition.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution? Rep. Gunst, is there a second? Chair Klunk. With no further discussion, I'm going to ask Brooke to call the roll.
Chair McNeil,
Yes.
Representatives Bellman,
Designation, yes.
Boyd, Serrato,
Designation, yes.
Curry, Fleming,
Designation, yes.
Genst, Hambidge, Howard, Kazim,
Designation, yes. Online.
Krajewski,
Designation yes.
McAndrew,
Designation yes.
Nelson,
Designation yes.
Parker,
Designation yes.
Chair Klunk,
Yes.
Representatives Barger, Day, Flick,
Designation yes.
Hogan, Kozak,
Designation yes.
McKenzie, Mihalik,
Designation yes.
Pugh, Schlegel, Walsh, Zimmerman.
Thank you. The resolution passes 26-0. It is reported as committed from the House Children and Youth Committee. Our second resolution for consideration is House Resolution 113, sponsored by Representative Davis. Is there a motion to consider House Resolution 113? Chair Klunk?
Chairwoman, I move that HR 113 be reported from committee with a recommendation to re-refer the resolution to the Health Committee.
Thank you, Chair Klunk. I encourage my colleagues to vote no on this motion to re-refer the resolution to Health Committee. Can I get a motion to pass? Thank you, Rep. Zimmerman. Danielle, please provide a summary of the resolution. Okay, we have a motion before us, and I give Chair Klunk a chance to speak on the motion, and then we will vote on it.
Thank you, Chairwoman McNeil. I was a little surprised to see this particular resolution in our committee. Years ago, for numerous years, I've served on the Health Committee, and this is a resolution that typically would come through the Health Committee. In reviewing it, I did not see any mention of children or youth. This is clearly an adult issue, and it's an important one, don't get me wrong, about diabetic eye screening, but I do believe that the Health Committee would be the best committee to review this particular resolution. I believe that we should be focusing our efforts on children and youth issues and would ask my members to support the re-referral to Health. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Klunk. Are there any comments on this?
Madam Chair.
Yes. Rep. Day.
Chair.
Yeah. Thank you. I serve on the Health Committee as this term, and I was just wondering if you could explain why it's here, because we do have meetings scheduled, and I didn't know if you knew why it was in our committee here in Children and Youth. Thought it would be more appropriate for health, so I was just curious if you have an answer to why it's in our committee.
I was told it's in this meeting to take action before it's scheduled for the Health Committee. Does Rep. Curry?
I just wanted clarification because I'm not sure. Are we voting on it to stay in here? I just want clarification, Chair. I'm sorry.
I'll let Danielle speak. This is totally
Okay.
new to me also. So.
Okay.
Okay, so the motion before everyone right now is to re-refer this resolution to the Health Committee. Chair McNeil is encouraging her colleagues to vote no on the re-referral. That way we will be able to take action should the motion fail. Chair Klunk is encouraging her colleagues to support the motion to re-referral. So that's the motion that's before us right now.
Could you address my inquiry as well, please?
Yes, I apologize. This resolution is currently before the members of the Children and Youth Committee, just simply to take action on the resolution prior to any Health Committee meeting scheduled. It's my understanding the Health Committee will not meet until next month. So to ensure that the resolution can run on time, as you'll note, it recognizes April 26, 2025 as Diabetic Eye Screening Day in Pennsylvania.
Thank you for that answer, Madam Chair, and I'll probably be a no vote on this. I think it should be over there with my colleagues on the Health Committee, so Just wanted to be appropriate and notify the chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Boyd has some comments.
Well, thank you for that. That clarified my question. I also serve on the Health Committee. We're overlapping committees here. I think that if it is going to help us take action and get it through and not wait until the Health Committee, because they have their own agendas, obviously, that we have to do there, I would urge just doing it here. But April 26th is my birthday, so I just want to acknowledge that I'm going to be happy that this passes.
Chair Klunk has additional comments.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I do want to remind the members that we still have 3 weeks of session left. This particular day does not fall until April 26th, so there is time for the Health Committee to act on this. Again, I do believe that we should be focusing on children and youth issues. This is clearly an adult health-related issue, and I ask my members to support my motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Klunk, for your thoughts. I believe we work well together with other committees. We were asked to run this. I feel it's no foul if we run this, and then the Health Committee can take it up after this. So I urge my members for a yes vote. Brooke, would you take the roll? Sorry, I'm asking for a no vote on the motion. I almost gave it to Chair Klunk. It's okay. Representative Pugh has a few words to say.
I'll make it quick, but my concern is, again, that this is an adult one, and it says it right into paragraph number 2, among all working age Americans, and it's not children. So I worry about setting a precedent so that the next time something's brought down, we have to address it because we're addressing this one. So unfortunately, despite the important project that this is, I'm going to have to be a no.
Thank you. Are there any other comments? Any other comments? I encourage my members to vote no on this. Brooke, would you take the roll?
Chair McNeil,
Yes or no? It's quite a day.
Representatives Bellman,
Designation, no.
Boyd, Serrato, Curry, Fleming,
Designation, no.
Genst, Haimbidge, Howard, Kazim,
Online, designation, no.
Krajewski,
Designation, no.
McAndrew,
Designation, no.
Nelson,
Designation, no.
Parker,
Designation, no.
Chair Klunk,
Yes.
Representatives Barger, Day,
Yes.
Flick,
Designation, yes. Or designation, yes.
Hogan, Kozak,
Designation, yes.
Mackenzie, Mihalik,
Designation, yes.
Pugh, Schlegel, Walsh,
Yes.
Zimmerman.
The motion to re-refer to the Health Committee fails with a vote of 14 to 12. Danielle, would you provide a summary of the resolution?
House Resolution 113, sponsored by Representative Davis, is a resolution recognizing April 26, 2025 as Diabetic Eye Screening Day in Pennsylvania. The following third-party interest group is neutral on this legislation: the Pennsylvania Council for Children, Youth, and Family Services. There is no known opposition.
Thank you, Danielle. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution? Rep. Genst, and seconded by Rep. Boyd. Thank you. Brooke, would you take the roll?
Chair McNeil,
Yes. Yes.
Representatives Bellman,
Designation, yes.
Boyd, Serrato, Curry, Fleming,
Designation, yes.
Genst, Haimbidge, Howard, Kazim,
Online designation, yes.
Krajewski,
Designation, yes.
McAndrew,
Designation, yes.
Nelson,
Designation, yes.
Parker,
Designation, yes.
Chair Klunk,
No.
Representatives Barger, Day,
No.
Flick,
Designation no.
Hogan, Kozak,
Designation no.
McKenzie, Mihalik,
Designation no.
Pugh, Schlegel, Walsh, Zimmerman.
The resolution passes with a vote of 14 to 12. It is committed from the House Children and Youth Committee. Our final resolution for consideration is House Resolution 117, sponsored by Representative Mays. Is there a motion to consider House Resolution 117? Chair Klunk?
Thank you, Chair McNeil. We just went over another resolution that does not fit in the Health Committee, and I also make a motion to move this particular resolution, HR 117, from this committee with a recommendation to re-refer the resolution to the Health Committee. This particular resolution also, again, as a former member of the Health Committee, would be best served in the particular Health Committee. If you look at the language, it talks a lot about women's health, and that I do believe the Health Committee is better served to take care of that. So in addition, this is also a resolution that has passed. Just wanted to note that, but I do motion to re-refer this to the Health Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Klunk. I encourage my colleagues to vote no in the motion to refer to the Health Committee. Is there any discussion on this motion?
Yes.
Representative Gens
I
or Hambidge?
would similarly recommend a no vote on this. I think that we're in the Children and Youth Committee, and the more access we have to midwives and celebrating midwives, the more babies we keep alive.
Thank you. Any other words? Brooke, could you call the vote on the motion, please?
Chair McNeil,
No.
Representatives Bellman,
Designation, no.
Boyd, Serrato, Curry, Fleming,
Designation, no.
Genst, Hambidge, Howard, Kazim,
Online designation, no.
Krajewski,
Designation, no.
McAndrew,
Designation, no.
Nelson,
Designation, no.
Parker,
Designation, no.
Chair Klunk,
Yes.
Representatives Barger, Day,
Yes.
Flick,
Designation, yes.
Hogan, Kozak,
Designation, yes.
McKenzie, Mihalik,
Designation, yes.
Pugh, Schlegel, Walsh, Zimmerman.
Motion fails with a vote of 14 to 12. Danielle, can you provide a summary of the resolution?
House Resolution 117, sponsored by Representative Mays, is a resolution recognizing March 14th, 2025 as Black Midwives Day in Pennsylvania. The following third-party interest group supports this resolution: the Pennsylvania affiliate of the American College of Nurse Midwives. There is no known opposition.
Thank you, Danielle. Representative Mays is online to provide brief remarks on the resolution.
Good morning, Chair McNeil and Chair Klunk, and to all my colleagues and the staff of the Children and Youth Committee. I want to acknowledge the leadership of the Pennsylvania Black Maternal Health Caucus, Rep. Morgan Cephas and Rep. Gina Curry, who is here with us this morning. Together, we have worked to advance maternal health for all moms, recognizing that there is a disturbing trend that Black women are 3 times more likely to die before, during, and after childbirth up to the first year. And that 93% of all maternal deaths among all moms are preventable. Midwifery is a critical part of reversing these disturbing trends. Midwives, for those who may not be familiar, are trained to provide obstetric and gynecological care to women during pregnancy, during childbirth, and during the postpartum periods. So acknowledging the longstanding and invaluable contributions of Black midwives in particular to maternal health and to infant health is the reason why I introduced House Resolution 117 to recognize March 14th as Black Midwives Day in our Commonwealth. The resolution is part of a national campaign founded and led by the National Black Midwives Alliance as a day of awareness, as a day of activism, celebration, education, advocacy, and the historical preservation of a rich legacy that was almost lost a few decades ago. Midwives are another great intervention to prevent maternal mortality and morbidity. It is especially true in maternal health deserts, and midwives help moms navigate the morbidities of heart disease, hypertension, preeclampsia, hemorrhaging, and diabetes. Midwives really focus on the care of the woman. And increasing the workforce of Black midwives is, again, another intervention, especially around Black maternal mortality and morbidity. I want you to know that midwives operate in a variety of settings, from hospitals to birth centers to community-based settings, as well as in homes. We know that when Black midwives care for Black women, there are proven, researched maternal health outcomes, and that is critical for the public health crisis that Black moms are facing in our state. And so I do want to ask you all for a yes vote as we continue the fight for Black maternal health and our true crusade to save all moms. So I ask you for a yes vote. Thank you for your consideration of House Resolution 117. Thank you, chairs.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution? Rep. Curry, a second. Rep. Hambidge. With no further discussion, I'm going to ask Brooke to roll. Oh, I'm sorry. Chair Klunk would like to speak on this.
Thank you, Chairwoman McNeil, and Representative Mays, thank you for your work in trying to make sure that all moms here in Pennsylvania are well taken care of. And I just want you to know that I've always had an issue when we have resolutions that have an event that has been passed. This event passed last week, and again, I do believe that this should have gone to health, especially because of the true health care concerns that we have for women and maternal morbidity rates here in Pennsylvania, especially among Black women. I do believe that would be best addressed with the Health Committee. I also believe that we should be celebrating and promoting all midwives here in Pennsylvania and across the world who truly care for pregnant moms like myself. I was, a beneficiary of having midwives care for me and my children. And they all should be commended for the work that they do. I do believe that this resolution could be seen by some as divisive and not truly inclusive for all of the midwives who support our moms and our babies across our state. So for those reasons, and not that I don't support our midwives, it is why I'm voting no. So I hope you understand my reasons for that. And I do believe that we can move the issue of maternal health forward here in Pennsylvania. I just don't believe this resolution is the right resolution to do that at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Klunk. Rep. Curry?
Thank you, Chairwoman. Chairwoman Klunk, I hear what you're saying about the fact that you think that this could be looked at as divisive, but I'm going to tell you, the part that's divisive is the education around why this resolution is so important today. The part where we're not excluding all midwives, but we're specifically talking about the history of where midwifery came from, and the fact that there are only 8% of Black midwives across this Commonwealth right now. And there are many reasons why that exists, because of systemic racism and the things that we often don't want to talk about. So this is a great resolution. This is a resolution that celebrates the history of how babies were brought forth many moons ago before we were even thought about, any of us in this room, and how the fact is we did not have the ability or the access, feels very similar to today, to some of the health care to keep babies coming forth healthy and alive. And this very much deals with infants and children, and how infants and children are brought into this world is why it's here today. So I appreciate your comments, but I do not appreciate the part about divisiveness, because this has nothing to do with leaving other midwives out, but it has everything to do with celebrating those women who brought forward babies, even white babies, in slavery at that time, and they should be celebrated. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Curry. With no further discussion, I'd like to ask Brooke to take the roll.
Chair McNeil,
Yes.
Representatives Bellman,
Designation, yes.
Boyd, Serrato, Curry, Fleming,
Designation, yes.
Genst, Haimbidge, Howard, Kazim,
Online designation, yes.
Krajewski,
Designation, yes.
McAndrew,
Designation, yes.
Nelson,
Designation, yes.
Parker,
Designation, yes.
Chair Klunk,
No.
Representatives Barger, Day,
No.
Flick. Designation, no.
Hogan, Kozak,
Designation, no.
McKenzie, Mihalik,
Designation, no.
Pugh, Schlegel, Walsh,
No.
Zimmerman.
Resolution passes with a vote of 14 to 12. With no further business, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting? Rep. Hambidge and Rep. Gens. This meeting's adjourned. Thank you.